Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is so cool and I swear you're gonna want to steal this trick for your next project. Imagine this, your client needs a landing page for their shoe shop. You could spend hours coding or you could let AI do the heavy lifting for you. Sounds great, right? In this video, we are going to use Bolt.new, which is an insanely flexible tool that lets you pick any AI model. It could be DeepSeek, Gemini, Mistral, or ChatGPT to generate your code. We'll start by asking DeepSeek to write us a killer prompt. We're going to tweak it until it's perfect, and then we're going to use Bolt.new to write the actual code for us. Before we dive in, check this out. This is what we are building today. Now, heads up, your result may look a tiny bit different because, AI can be unpredictable sometimes. But that's the funny part, right? So I'm going to show you how I use Bolt.new and DeepSeek to write a prompt that actually works. And then we'll generate the code in your browser. No fancy tools needed. After that, we're going to download it and use npm install and npm learn dev to learn our code or learn our project on our local server. So there is no complicated code, no chaos, just you and me and some copy paste magic. So let's go. So the first thing to have is what I call a meta prompt. So this is the prompt that instructs an AI model to create. So this is a prompt that instructs an AI model to act as a prompt engineer and create a prompt that can be used within the same model or another model to create a website, a landing page, or any code. So we're going to see why this is quite important. So this is a template that we're going to use. And I'll just go through it quickly. Here we say, hey, LLM, which is the large language model. It could be DeepSeek, ChatGPT. Yeah, but you can substitute there. I need you to act as a prompt engineer. Write me a detailed step-by-step prompt that I can use later to instruct DeepSeek to create a landing page for a shoe shop. So here you can add whatever you want to be created. It could be a shoe shop. It could be a shop. It could be a landing page, maybe for um, a real estate agency, anything. And then here I have the purpose. So I'm saying create a state the goal, design a shoe shop in our case, landing page using Tailwind CSS and refactoring UI principles. So if you don't know what refactoring UI is, this is a book that has a lot of design principles that makes front-end designs look pretty modern. So after that, I have the requirements, and then here I have the sections that I want to be included, and these are the sections. These you can see I've included these brackets just to let you know that these features or sections are something that you can change, add new sections, or remove some of the sections depending on your requirement. And then here I'm using use tail and CSS, images, use air grid, hover. So this is just a prompt, a meta prompt that we're going to use to instruct our large language model to create now a prompt that we are going to use within Bolt.new. If this doesn't make sense, I'm sure it will make sense soon enough. So with this meta prompt, all you have to change is your large language model, what you want to develop, and then the sections. So what I'll do is copy this and then use it in Bolt.new. So let's go ahead and go to Bolt.new and create an account. So the website that I'm talking about is called Bolt.new. There's an open source, there's also an open source version of Bolt.new called Bolt.dev. So if you want to explore that, that's another cool thing that you can do. So this is our Bolt.new our Bolt.new website. And here you can see they say prompt, learn, edit, deploy full stack web apps. So with the provided prompt, Bolt.new is going to create a web page or a website for us. And at a later stage, we can download the code or source code to our local server and use it. So that is another cool thing. And here are the examples that I broke with Mistral, build a mobile app with native script. These are some of the examples of things that you can do. And here it's what they can support. So basically, you can build with any of these tools that are highlighted here. Right, that sounds interesting. So the first thing is, like I said, we have this meta script. And before we go into Bolt.new, what we need to do is go to DeepSeek. So DeepSeek AI, this is a large language model developed by a Chinese company, and it's quite impressive as well. So if you don't have an account, go ahead, sign up for an account. It wouldn't take much of your time. After you've done that, I'm going to come here and copy my meta prompt, go back, and then inside here, I'm going to paste it. I need to change a few things. For the model section, I'm just going to use DeepSeek. So here I'm saying DeepSeek, and then here let's substitute this with DeepSeek as well. And apart from that, we are developing a shoe shop, so we don't have to change anything else. Right, sounds good. So with this, I'm going to let DeepSeek create now our final prompt that we're going to use within our Bolt.new website. The good thing about DeepSeek, if you click on DeepSeek, before it gives you a response, it first of all thinks through the response. So you can see here is the process that it uses to think. So it's thinking through, and then after this thinking through process, it's going to give us the results. You can see here it's saying, okay, let's break down what the user needs. So it's kind of thinking. Now here it's writing our final prompt. So it says the final prompt, it'll be, hey DeepSeek, I need you to act as a senior front-end developer to create a production-ready landing page for a shoe shop using Tailwind CSS and Refactoring UI design principles. Follow these instructions meticulously. And then here you can see they have included all the sections that we want to be included, and they have added our color styles and all that. This is very good. This is very good. So what I'm going to do now is copy this up to this level, and then I'm going to go to Bolt.new and paste it here. If you haven't signed up to Bolt.new, you just have to go ahead and sign up. You can sign up with your email address and password, or you can use GitHub to sign up. So just do that, and then you'll be able to do what I'm doing here. So after this, let's let Bolt.new create a website for us. As it is doing this, I'm going to highlight a few things that are very important and the things that I love about Bolt.new. So you can see here, it's actually installing dependencies. It has this folder structure that we can download at the end of the day, and then run this locally on our local host, maybe finalize development from there, or we can host it somewhere else. So that's a good feature as well. And you can also connect, if you want to connect to a database, you can use Superbase. So it really simplifies things. And here you can see it shows you the steps that it's going through. It has created initial files, installed dependencies, updated this, and then it starts the application using npm run dev. Now, here we have a problem. It says there is a terminal error, and the problem that we have here is the unexpected token here. The good thing about Bolt is you can click on attempt fix, and it will go through the code again and try to fix these errors for us. That's an interesting thing. And here it says, I'll fix the error in the code. The issue is with an apostrophe. So it's going to fix this for us. So here it says, I have fixed the error by properly escaping the apostrophe. And let's see if all the errors are gone. So now it says, step into your comfort and style. Look at these guys. This is quite interesting. What I'm going to do is maximize this so it fits the whole viewport. And let's see. The only issue that we have here, this is quite good. This is quite good. First of all, it has all the sections that we want. We wanted to have a shop by category. We wanted to have featured products. We wanted to have this section, and frequently asked questions. We wanted to have a place to opt in for um, emails, and then lastly, we wanted to have a footer. And we have all these sections. One thing I'm going to do is interact with bot again and say use the proper and splash image URLs. So the thing is, it's going to fix the URLs, and it's not okay. Let's just wait, and I'll show you something. So right now it's fixing our URLs to use the correct URLs. And here it says I'll update the unsplash image URLs to use proper production ready URLs with specific shoe related queries and fixed dimensions, which is good. And here it says I have updated all the image URLs to use specific high quality shoe images. And as you can see, it has indeed updated the images, right? And if I maximize this, you can see it has made some updates indeed. And these are all the sections that we required. Of course, there's this image that is not working, but that's okay. And these are really looking images. And for a good looking website, you can see these woofer effects and all that. We instructed it not to use too much of this, and that's why it's using it in a minimal way, but still making it more interactive. And here we have all this. Look at this, guys. I really think this is amazing. This is indeed amazing. A simple but good looking website that follows principles from refactoring UI. I'm going to minimize this and then export our code. So here you can download. So I'm going to download the code. Once it is downloaded, I'm going to go to the location where it is and then copy this. I'm going to go inside here, new folder. I'm going to delete this. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to paste this here and then I'm going to extract everything. All right. So here I'm going to rename this. I'm just say shoe shop. Okay. And then go inside here. This is our project. I'm going to go back to VS Code and then open folder project. And let's start from here. Shoe shop project, and this is what we need to open. So this is our project now on our local machine. To run this project, what I need to do is first of all open terminal and then command prompt, and then I'll say npm install to install any dependencies that we need to install. So you can find a list of all the dependencies inside your package.json. So here you can see all these are the dependencies that we need to install. We have Lucid React DOM. We also have Tailwind CSS somewhere here because we indicated that we want Tailwind CSS for our project. And as it is installing, it has created this node modules folder, which keeps all the dependencies that we are installing. All right, so it has finished. And then here we have a command to run this. So we can say npm to run dev if we want to run it for development. But if we want to build this, then we have to run npm run build. So I'm going to use run dev, and this is where it is exactly running on our local server. So I'm going to go here and let's open it right in our browser. Then this is now executing within our local server or within our local machine. And guys, this is just quite interesting. So basically the good thing, like I said, you can connect this to your database, or once you have it here, you can go within your code and start making changes. For example, if we want to make changes, we can come to uh, here, we can come here and then start making the changes that we need to make. This is quite interesting, guys. And I think I'll be creating more of these videos showing you some of the best practices. The goal is to help you develop things faster. And if we can take advantage of AI, let's do that. And I think even if you don't want to use AI in creating all these, but to get your initial designs, I think this is quite important. Or if you're someone who doesn't know how to code, but you want to give like your developer an idea of something that you want, you can really use AI and then communicate using something that you've created, and then your developers can take it from there. But if you ask me, I think this is quite nice and well put together. If this video was helpful in any way, feel free to subscribe, like the video, and if you have any comments, leave the comments in the comments section below, and I'll be sure to reply to those comments. And if you have an idea of what you would want to see me create next, also write in the comment section and I'll see what I can do. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.